At the end of the 2023 MLB season, the Seattle Mariners, Major League Baseball team, decided that they needed to get rid of the strikeouts. And they did that in a few ways. One was by getting rid of Eugenio Suarez, and the other was by getting rid of Teoscar Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez said he couldn't really hit at T-Mobile Park, and the split showed that. Eugenio Suarez is top 100 all time in strikeouts, so that made sense. But what they did make sense was that they had a lot of other high strikeout guys who didn't have the upside that Suarez or Teoscar had. Teoscar hit a lot of home runs and had a decent batting average. Suarez did as well. Suarez also had plus defense at third base. At the 2024 trade deadline, the Mariners made a trade for Randy Arozarena. Randy Arozarena had been struggling with the Rays, and the Rays decided to make a trade. They traded Randy to the Mariners, and the Mariners have had Randy for about 100 games now. He's been worth 2.5 wins above replacement for us as of right now, I believe, maybe 1.5. I'm going to have to double check. But in that time, he has actually played decently with us. He had 1 win above replacement last year and 1.5 this year. This season, he has 212 at bats, 46 hits, 7 home runs, and a 217 batting average. He scored 24 runs while driving in 25. He stole 9 bases. On base is 337. Slugs 377 for an OPS of 715 and an OPS plus of 112. All of this is below his career average of slashing 345, 431, 776 with a 121 OPS plus. In his career, he's got 381 runs, 339 RBI, 109 stolen bases, 98 homers, 250 batting average, 629 hits in 2,511 at bats, for 14.5 wins above replacement in 7 seasons. So good for a little over 2 wins above replacement per season. Now, last season with the Mariners, he had 239 plate appearances through 54 games, 32 runs, 46 hits. Exact same amount of hits he's had so far through 58 games. 14 doubles last year, 11 this year, so the same. Basically the same. 1 triple this year, none last year. 7 homers this year, 5 last year. 23 ribbies last year to 25 this year. 9 stolen bases this year to 4 last year. He was caught stealing 3 times last year. He is yet to be caught stealing this year. 29 walks and 28 walks, so that's fine. Last year, he struck out 68 times in those 239 plate appearances. This year, he struck out 74 times in 252 plate appearances, and his batting average is lower. His on-base percentage is lower. His slug is the exact same. His OPS is, of course, lower, and his OPS plus is 5 lower, at 112 versus 117. And he has 80 total bases to 75 last year, as he's grounded into 2 double plays. And he's been hit by a pitch 10 times this year, 11 the previous 2 years. Or no, I'm sorry, 22 times last year, 11 with Tampa and 11 with us. He gets hit a lot, unfortunately, because he does things to upset the pitching. Now, the number that I want to look at right here is strikeouts. As I said, he had a lot of strikeouts. Randy had 46 hits this year and 74 strikeouts. 46 hits and 68 strikeouts. So, not quite 2 strikeouts per hit, but almost there. In his 162 game average, he averages 3.4 wins above replacement, 630 plate appearances, 88 runs, 146 hits, 32 doubles, 2 triples, 23 homers, 79 ribbies, 25 stolen bases in 35 attempts, 68 walks, and 174 strikeouts. Good for 751 strikeouts. 751 strikeouts. Again, in his career, he's been intentionally walked 7 times. And walks on average 68 times per 162. Now, when we go to the career leaderboard, and Randy Arozarena is 713th in strikeouts through his 2,902 plate appearances. Kiki Culver, a Hall of Famer, is 712 with 752 strikeouts in 8,100 plate appearances. Then there's Chris Johnson, who's another guy who played 8 seasons, 2,995 plate appearances with 753. And there's a bunch of guys with 7 or 8,000 plate appearances, and a guy with almost 12,000 plate appearances at 704. Logan Forsythe is at 757 strikeouts through 3,540 plate appearances. So Randy, based on all available information, will pass that in the next 600 plate appearances. Dan Wilson, Randy's manager, struck out 763 times in 4,616 plate appearances. good for 695th. That's Randy's going to pass that. Let's take Randy's average of 170 strikeouts per 2 games, per 162 games, and he has 180 games left. So times 162. So we're going to multiply that 174 times what? No, times. We're going to do 180 minus 18. So yeah. Oh, no, I know. Do 174 divided by 162. So he averages 1.07 strikeouts per game. He's got 190 games left in club control. So 204 more strikeouts, right? That's half of Tony Gwynn's career strikeouts at 434. By the way, Elliot Cruz actually just passed Tony Gwynn in strikeouts. Um, but so he's at 752 or 751. Let's add 751 to that. That puts him at 955 strikeouts. 955 strikeouts. Wow. 955 strikeouts would put Randy at 435th with Derek Bell, who played 11 seasons and had 5,068 plate appearances. Let's assume he has 3.2 plate appearances for the next 180 games. So 576 plate appearances plus the 2,900. He has 3,476 plate appearances. So let's just call it 3,500 plate appearances. He'd be 1,500 plate appearances shy in his 9th season when he's out of team control, because he does have 2 years left of team control. Reggie Jackson struck out the most in 11,418 plate appearances. He struck out 2,597 times. Hall of Famer Jim Thorne, 2,548 and 10,000 plate appearances. Randy Arozarena might actually end up making the all-time strikeout leaders list. One thing I notice about these all-time strikeout leaders lists is that a lot of them are just they played a long time. But the Mariners just saying, yeah, okay, let's bring in Randy and not deal with anything with the strikeout problem from him was not a great idea, because you can't. I know it's more of a 3 true outcome game, and he does hit about 20, 25 home runs per season, but the 174 outs per season of just striking out, no ball in play, not productive, is a problem.
And again, thank you for tuning into the videos. Don't forget that you can also see me on Patreon at Sammy5436, where it's $1 a month. I also am seeable on Instagram at Sammy5436. What? In TikTok at Sammy5436. I'm on Blue Sky at Sammy5436, though I don't use that often. I believe I'm on Tumblr at Sammy5436, but I haven't used that in at least a year. And you can find me at my business email, thetrapezoidtalks5436 at gmail.com. Any information you need to send to those business emails will be looked at. I generally look at my business email on Wednesdays and Sundays, so just do be advised that I do not always have the ability to respond immediately, but if you do send an email to my business email, and as long as it's not offensive, I will respond if it's something I'm interested in with something positive, and if it's something I'm not interested in, I will thank you for your email and go ahead and say that there may be a future opportunity for us to collaborate if that's something you're interested in.